All right. Content and all right, sweet. We should be good. RTG, what's up, buddy? Ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. How you doing today, man? All right, we are gonna keep investing, and we're gonna take a look at potential players we want to add to our club. Chap, what's up, buddy? I hope we get icon SBC'S. We haven't had them in a while. Yeah, I would love that. I might just buy the Kaká outright. Looks like it's going to be a fun card. New icon tomorrow? I said tomorrow? Yeah, you said yesterday tomorrow. Wouldn't that mean it would be today? Or was it past midnight when you said that? You got Kaká from a rare Electrum players back. Jeez. Anyway, we'll look at what new content is. We're probably going to buy an icon. Oh yeah, they do have 1 day left. I'm an idiot. Then why did you say yesterday that it's leaked that we have icons tomorrow? I could have sworn that's what you said. Yeah, but it would have been before midnight because we weren't streaming till what? Oh, it was past? Dang it. Oh, wow. Watch him drop new ones today. Watch him drop Kaká, Eto, all the big boys. Anyway, if you guys do enjoy the stream, feel free to smack the like button, dudes. Let's see if we can get to 10 likes. Can't believe you're almost done with Lazzini. What do we have to do to get Lazzini? Let's take a look. Is he that good? World beaters. Win 6 matches. Score using Prem players in 13 separate matches. 20 goals. Assists with Argentinians. Well, if they drop it tomorrow with repeatables, that'd be a dub anyway. Even if they did drop them today, that'd be a sick dub. But outside of Brazilians, I'm kind of curious. What would be prime icon moments that we could potentially get on our team? Probably want to do some sort of striker or midfielder. We got Dalglish already. Ooh, we could do an Henry maybe. What's up, Anton? Get Eusebio? How much is Eusebio? Could do a Torres. Oh, here's the Crespo everyone was talking about. How about midfielders? Let's see what midfielders are. Is he done? Spend every coin just to get Eusebio. Essentially start the RTG over after we get Eusebio. Wait. Hold on. He's 2.4 million on the market right here. How much is his SBC worth? Wait. Hold on. How much is his full SBC worth? According to Footbin. Alright, we got 8 minutes till new content, boys. Icons. The dude is 2.3 million on PlayStation right now for the worth of his SBC. If you would buy every single card. Dude, I don't want to continue. I don't want to finish that card. All right, how about special card? We'll do special card Brazilians that are, let's say, over 100,000 coins. Have you been investing in silver center backs recently? Yep, I continue to invest in them. Now's the perfect time to invest in them. We could get a baby Ronaldinho. $6 mil, yeah. Hello, Streamy. How's it going today, buddy? How is Paulinho? I've heard good things about Paulinho. Is this the card everyone's talking about? The road to the final, Gabriel? I feel like this guy looks better. The Costa. That card's OP. We could do a baby Ronaldo. For Mourinho. He was insane. That was like a month ago. Yeah. There's definitely better cards out than him, but I was just kind of curious. Alright, let's keep investing for the next couple minutes, dudes, and then we will see if EA drops anything. Can't wait for zero content? Yeah, assume zero content. But we'll make our own. We're gonna come up with some club challenges today. We're gonna try to get that Depay hat trick. That's gonna be one of them. Who's bidding 150? Who's stealing my flow? Dembele's goated. I really want to do that Dembele, but I'm waiting until we get repeatables. Oh, you know what we should invest in? Let's take a look at silver rares. Because if we do get an icon this weekend, these are probably going to go up in price. You're using a tall and Dembele up top. How much is that a tall card? I might do that a tall. Who was that guy that said you should have Jesus or to the final? I can't remember who said it. You're on the ropes. You got 4K coins. You know what to do, buddy. Trade and playlist. If Dembele was on the market, he would be more expensive than his SBC. See, I felt the same thing. But people are trying to tell me he's not good value. When in reality, he seems like one of the most meta cards in the game. Very well priced for his SBC. The question is whether or not you want a tradable option or something. But at this point of the game, he wouldn't leave your team. He'd be in there for the rest of the year. Which if we did that, realistically, let's say we did him. We could get Mbappe back in the team as a left wing, and we could do him as a right wing. And do Ben Yedder, Dembele, not Dembele, Depay across the midfield, Aouar across the midfield. I love this Marquinhos. I love this card. Neymar Gold is better than Dembele. Did you use him? Are SBC's in draft? Like, are you able to try out the Dembele in a draft? If you play champs, it's so easy to get 90 to 94 rated picks. Yeah, but then you have to play champs, so it's a double-edged sword. It's like you can get good fodder from it, but you have to spend all weekend stuck on a game that's essentially dead already. Alright, 2 minutes, dudes. I would rather sit on like an 82 to 88 SBC the whole weekend. Just get unlimited fodder that way. And like an 83 plus, you put your 82s into there. Hey, we got 15 people in here. If you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to smack that like button. Let's see if we can get the 10 likes, dudes. If you guys are new, feel free to hit that sub button as well. We are on our way. Less than 40 subs. Actually, almost 30 subs. We're at 69.69 on the live sub feed. All right, 30 seconds. Bum, bum. Dembele is cracked, don't get me wrong, but price-wise, there are better cards for cheap. Example, Tall, he's just overpowered because his links. But how about this, Kage? How about if we get a majority of it done with untradeable fodder that we get through grinding, and then we spend, let's say, 100K to complete Dembele? Would that be worth it? Yo, Twitch Blaze, thank you for the sub, man. Welcome to the Lead Army fam. Speaking about Twitch, if you guys want to follow my Twitch, we're going to start streaming occasionally on there. We're going to do, my goal throughout the summer is I'm going to try to do like a stream a week or something. We're going to be starting to do our Minecraft server soon. We'll be doing some games on there. I'm not looking at chat. I'm not looking at chat until I see new content myself. I'm not looking at chat. I'm not looking at any messages from Kage. Rodrigo, thank you for the sub. Alright, did we get anything new? What do you guys think about that card? 94 rated. Is that it? What are we saying, boys? Ronaldinho Moments SBC? Bro, I would cry if we had a Ronaldinho Moments SBC. Does anyone have a Bundesliga team at this point? I know a lot of you guys have a Bundesliga back line. AKA Kage's sweat team. Dembele over Sancho any day, and Sancho's 2 mil tradable. I mean, I'm gonna do the Dembele card regardless. But I was just kind of curious. He doesn't look bad for a defensive mid. Low attack, medium defense. Does anyone have like a Bundesliga La Liga hybrid? Because I could see that potentially working. Yeah, this card's going to be so fun. We should be able to, within the next week, get a majority of these done with just the repeatable SBCs we get tomorrow. And then for like the 89 team, we'll probably have to buy a couple cards. Cameron, what's up, buddy? You're late? Not really. We only started like 16 minutes ago. But anyways, dudes, we are going to move on to the trading / gameplay portion of the stream. So I want to ask you guys a question. What would you like the goal of this team to be? We might buy another player and try it out in our squad. Oh, you know what? Should we try a tall? How much is a tall? I low-key kind of want to try him. Is that a foot birthday? Ooh. Ooh. Do we go for him? Try him on 7 chem up top. What are we saying? How much is he? 300k? Word of the final, Jesus doesn't fit our team right now, bud, so we can't do him yet. A tall would be one that actually fits. But no, we'll do a little bit of investing before we start a game. But I low-key kind of want to give him a try. I wonder if there's any new cards, though. You have them untradeable? I want to see if we could get one that hasn't been used. A brand new fresh card. But no, like what makes a tall good? What is a super good thing about his like stats and or his card build? The European Football Championship begins on June 12th. Who do you think will win? That's a good question. Who do you guys think is going to win? I don't have money on France, but I would like to see France win. I would like to see that cutie Conte walk with another trophy. I thought we were getting icons. I thought we were too, but Kage said tomorrow. And I didn't realize it was past midnight where Kage lived when he said we're getting new icons. So I assume he meant today when he said that yesterday. Looks like we might be getting them tomorrow. I still low-key kind of want to buy Kaká. And use like a moment's Kaká. But I don't want to like lose on EA tax if we ended up selling him. Or if he did get an icon SBC, I wouldn't want him to drop in price. Unless, hold on. Unless we assume EA is going to screw over his price range. Would he potentially go up? If the SBC is just overpriced? Belgium easily finalists. I think there's going to be a lot of good games. I can't wait to watch it. Who do I think should win the Golden Ball? I have no idea. Who do you guys think? Vital can play anywhere, and can he do a thing you need him to? What do I need to do? You should do an MLS past and present team. That would be trash, though. Unless we got, like, Thierry Henry up top. The thing I want to avoid is if we're going to use coins to buy players, I end up selling them. I don't want to lose a crap ton in EA tax. So we kind of have to be smart with what we do end up buying. A Tull would be one that would sit in my club regardless. So I'm fine doing a Tull. But like a Jesus doesn't fit my team already. And he'd probably lose a crap ton of value. Because he's, what, 90 rated and sitting at, like, I don't know how much he currently is. But he seems way overpriced. Especially with the new promo coming. Conte or Lewandowski? Conte's just such a cutie, man. Sancho got a 4-star weak foot and an average body type. Are you body shaming Sancho? Is that what you're doing right now? Check his stats. Who? Gabriel? Yeah, 3-star weak foot. No finesse trait. Curve is 90, though. Dribbling's good. I mean, he's not a bad card, but I don't know. Is Conte going to get an SBC? Oh, did they just give him a man of the match? Ooh, let's check that out. Where is it? Conte. What is it, a 91? You got to go to his actual man of the match. Oh, wow, that's barely an upgrade. Look how much more it is for barely an upgrade. Obviously, that card must have just gotten packed, though, so his price will go down. These look almost identical. See, what I was thinking is we could really take advantage of left wing, right wing if we played that formation. So, for example, if we take a look at my team. Where is it? We could do Tull at the right wing. We could do Mbappe at the left wing, and that would work just fine. But I kind of want to play him at right forward. So who do we take away? Do we do Seedorf? Actually, hold on. We could do... Nah, I still want to play with them. Get out of there. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, any first owner cards? Any fresh cards? I don't know how many fresh cards there would be of Vital. That's the only issue. What is the preferred thing to put on Vital? We could do... Looks like finisher. Makes his shooting really good, and then his dribbling goes up even more. Alright, let's do that. Put a right forward on him. Yo, thank you guys for 10 likes. I appreciate it. Actually, okay, so low key. Okay, hear me out. We were talking about for FIFA. We can put a League One manager. Oh, we already have a League One manager. Cam. That way we can change formations if we need to. We'll just have to play with him and get him a little bit of cab. We'll try him on 6, and then we can put him at a right forward. Actually, hold on. We could do left forward, right forward, striker. We'll try with this. No, so what I was thinking is for the next FIFA, for FIFA 22, one of the things I want to do is I'm obsessed with building a first owner squad. But I think we're going to drop the first owner requirement for FIFA 22. And we're just going to slowly build one over time. Because that way we get to play with more players that we want to play with. We can enjoy more of the meta. We can do like player suggestions. I feel like it'll make like for better content too. Because like one of the things with the RTG that I've noticed, at least in terms of me wanting to play games, is you guys are always like, oh, you should check out this card. You should check out that card. And you'd like to see me play with it, or you want my opinions on it, and I'm not really able to give any. But if we do a bunch of trading, if we do a bunch of grinding, a bunch of pack building like we do every FIFA anyways, we add an element of kind of being able to customize our team however we see fit, I am fine losing coins with the EA tax, especially early on when the players aren't going to be that heavy in price, to try new things out and to like attempt to make a really good team. And or just do like fun little challenges. So like, what do you think of that idea where we still have a first owner squad in FIFA 22, but it's something we build up over time rather than just playing with a first owner squad? What's the content? We got, I thought we were getting icons, but I guess it's tomorrow. It is a 94 rated CDM Bundesliga card, Bayern, forget the dude's name, Spanish. That 3-star weak foot on Jesus is not appealing to me. I don't know why. Next year you should do an MLS past and present. So RTG with MLS past and present, I was low-key already thinking about doing that because we were packing some MLS team of the seasons, but then I ended up putting them into I put them into doing what's his name? I put him into Kenny Dalglish. Would it be cool if he did the grind to 5 million coins and then eventually into flipping to reach 20 million? Okay, so another thing I was thinking, I want to trade next year, like actually do some higher end trading. But one of the reasons why I want to do a little bit more trading along with the grinding is because I feel like I was a little too one-dimensional this FIFA. And it hasn't, like, killed the grind for me at this point. But it's like, I had 10 million coins. I was sitting on Ultimate Team of the Season's kind of a joke. What else is there to do? What is there else to have fun with? And it's like, imagine if I dispersed that 10 mil into content throughout the year. Made a little bit more packs, tried new players. I feel like that'd give a little bit more hype to the Team of the Weeks and stuff too. Oh gosh, are we lagging again? I guess the pie has a 3-star weak foot, so I guess I'd be a... Is my webcam lagging or is the whole stream lagging? I'll reset my Elgato real quick. Hold on. Alright, hopefully that's better. But no, because it's like I look at people like Run the Foot Market, and I love how hyped he gets to like use certain cards, and like the second SBC comes out, either have fodder and or investments ready to go to pay for it. Then he's sitting on coins as well. He can make a good weekend team. He can make pack content. Like, I think I already mentioned this, but I think the difference I would do next year for like a Team of the Year grind, instead of doing a bunch of crappy League SBC packs saved for months on months on months, I think I'd rather do like League specific ones and just spam those. I don't know. We got a lot of options, a lot of fun stuff we can do. Because I'm trying to expand into like new forms of content creation as well, and I feel like that gives us more avenues. It's a little bit more organic for an RTG feel. Can you give Martinez out because the SBC ain't that much? The card looks fantastic. If we get repeatable SBCs tomorrow, we can think about it. He wouldn't fit any of my teams unless I put icons all around him, though, so that's the only issue. We'll see. I don't want to say yes to, like, everything, too, though. That's another thing. Is, like, we have coins, but we don't have unlimited coins. That's going to be a big thing in FIFA 22. Is putting a balance between doing SBCs and just wasting coins. Like, realistically, if a card isn't going to fit our team or we don't want to do it, we kind of have to, like, set limits to ourselves. Oh, you read that. So you're just going to craft loads of packs and open straight away for the players and then use for Team of the Year packs? I don't know yet. All I know is I feel like I wasted 3 months of my life doing nothing but the same SBCs over and over and over to make packs for Team of the Year. And in terms of like the content I produced on the channel during that time period, I don't know how many of you guys were there for it. But like if you remember, it was the same stream every day. We did nothing but being on the web app and just making packs. And I feel like it'd be more fun to balance that alongside of like doing gameplay, other SBCs that come out, trying new players out, investing, trying out our investments, that sort of thing. Like if we're going to early on invest in Team of the Week players, you know? The Team of the Week players we're investing in. I don't know what's going on. You guys see this? I think it might just be my Wi-Fi causing me to lag in game or something. Oh, one step offsides. Crap. If you become good at trading, you can afford to splash like 1 mil per promo and upgrade pack. Yes and no, because the whole thing about getting good at trading, depending on like the methods I use, it would make a difference. So for example, if I do higher end trading alongside the smaller grind like silver center backs, League SBC cards, if I do more League SBC and smaller grinding, it would make sense to spend 1 mil on packs, or it makes sense to buy certain players. But if I'm starting to do icon flipping, I'm starting to do high-end special card trading, every single coin would matter at that point. You did that to pack Ronaldo and Trent and you barely use them? Trent is my most used player in FIFA. He's in every single one of my teams. Ronaldo I used for a super sub as a long time just because I didn't want to build the Serie A team. But yeah, I agree with Ronaldo. We don't use him as much as we probably should. And even if I like told myself, yo, I want to grind towards the best team of the year possible, how often would we use that team of the year? I don't know. It's more of a feel of a player. Like, I like the feel of Ronaldo a lot. Like, we'll bring him in right now. Is it tall? He's right-footed. Okay. I don't know. We'll keep talking it through. I think we're going to make it a more organic RTG next year. Same thing with like trading and stuff too. I'm still going to do a lot of silver center back, and I'm probably still going to do a lot of League SBC grinding. But doing just that, I feel like content-wise, puts us down a very niche category. And I would much rather like be able to reach more people or try more things that might work better than all that we do right now. Next year you're saving upgrade packs. Well, I didn't realize how good League-specific packs were. Like, I assumed Ultimate packs were going to be, like, the best way to pack Team of the Years. No. League-specific packs seem like a very good chance. At least for Team of the Season they were. But I feel like fodder-wise, too, it gives you so many more avenues to grind. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good, Matthew. How about yourself, buddy? There we go. Feels like you can start a new account at Team of the Season and catch people up real fast. Putting coins into players throughout the year, unless it's a Team of the Year, is irrelevant. Is useless. What do you mean? You're saying SBC-wise? Next year, I'm doing the same thing as this year. Grinding coins between promos and then spending all that for the promo. See, I want to have a minimum, though. I want to have a minimum amount of coins we must always keep in the club sort of thing. Because I don't like the way... In terms of how I would run an account, I don't like the way you go to absolutely zero, because I feel like you make it impossible for you to grind back, and then you use all your resources right when you get to where you want to be. I feel like staying on like let's say a minimum of 1 million coins. Once you hit 1 million coins, that's your rock bottom, and then you got to build back up from 1 million. I feel like it's way easier to trade with 1 million coins and get coins back for resources, rather than having that get to 0 and then having to get to 0 to whatever you want to get to. Because, like, every time you tell me you're restarting because you're at 0, I'm like, bro, that sounds like hell. Dude, why are we lagging so badly? Dude, we're lagging so bad. There we go. Avar, what's up, buddy? Who am I? MumboElite? I don't know. Who do you think I am? You don't go to 0, you go to 25k? Oh, never mind then. I started March in the second half of Icon Swaps 2 and got such a stack club at this point. 92 rated, 100 chem. Like, how scary was a gold prem team until Team of the Season and Champs? I mean, anything meta was scary. Anytime I see a full gold rare team, I get scared. No matter what time of year it is. So many untradeable Team of the Seasons. I don't even know what to do with the coins. They just go up. There are 81 plus player picks tomorrow. I'm going to spend 2 mil on upgrade packs. Jeez. Which card do you want to get the most out of all the ultimates? You remember me, don't you? You gotta explain a little bit more. What game would it have been that you watched me through? Because a lot of names have come through here. I need like a time period. Was it FIFA, Call of Duty, Minecraft, Overwatch? Used to stream that one game? We've streamed many games, bud. What am I expecting for Ultimate? Repeatable SBC wise, I'm expecting an 82 to 88 or something like that. A double upgrade pack of some sorts and maybe a player pick. Now I get what you mean. I might go to 500k minimum next year, so I have a little bit more room because I don't special trade much next year. I can't read chat, dude. I struggle so badly because I won't special trade that much next year. Okay. Yeah, so like I feel like for me 10 million coins was always that mark. Like I told myself once I get to 10 million, I can put everything else into SBCs. Or once I get to 10 million, I can spend coins now as I please. And like building up those hurdles for myself has really helped me like keep coins and keep stuff in the club to make more content. So I definitely still want to do that next year. But like look, it's after League 1 Team of the Season. We're now on Ultimate Team of the Season. I'm not really making packs for Ultimate Team of the Season until repeatables. But even when we went back crazy, opened unlimited packs for the 25k league specific for League 1, we only went down like 1 million coins. And then we bought Marquinhos for 300k. So even when I spent the whole weekend nonstop grinding, streaming probably 10 hours total, opening like 24 hours worth of packs off stream that week, we were still not really making a hole in our profits. So we can kind of keep that in mind down the road for FIFA 22 is like realistically, if we don't pack anything during Team of the Year, no worries. We have Team of the Season coming up. We can work on just having coins ready to go. The main thing is just making packs. Like if I could redo League 1 Team of the Season, I would have done this. If I could do anything different for League 1 Team of the Season, I would have made double the packs I did when Libertadores cards were 650. I would have just bid on like thousands of Libertadores cards when they were 650 and just did unlimited 25k packs through there. That would have been my thing I would have done. But I waited too long. I had all my other packs made, and then off the packs I did save, I used the fodder for those to make 25k packs. Mumbo, Overwatch after FIFA's dead? No, I don't ever plan on going back to Overwatch. We're going to be doing Minecraft this summer on Twitch. We might touch Overwatch if you want, but I have no inkling to ever want to play that game again. Fort is another game I never envision myself touching. You remember watching me, but you can't remember what though. Do you remember who was in the community at the time? Avar, do you remember any other names in chat? Like Vanity Antetokounmpo? Do you remember a Webster fam? A Seal? 15 minutes ago, I made a useful comment for those under 100k. Okay, so if you made a comment 15 minutes ago and people didn't see it, do you want to put it in chat again? Or is it not that important? Have I played Rogue Company? I don't know. Minecraft on PC? Yep, we'll have a Minecraft server. It'll have MCMMO on it, so like if you're mining, if you're digging for stuff, if you're building, you'll rank up through each of those tiers. And you'll get like special rewards for all that. I think I have played Rogue Company. I think I played a couple games. It's the free-to-play squad, like S&D type game, right? With rounds. Certain classes. You can duck and dive behind, like, cover. People want to invest in silvers, bid on League SBC ones, and sell them. Use profits for main nation to sell during repeatable SBCs for like 450, 500 coins. I mean, Cameron, that's what we've literally been preaching since month 1 of the game. And we have like 50 trading videos on that topic. But yeah, it works. Top nations, top positions, always are going to be best places to go for silver card bidding. That's the thing I'm always preaching, is go top nations and center backs. Yeah, we've played Rogue Company before then. I remember it. I can't remember if I streamed it though. I think I streamed it a little bit on Twitch. Yeah, I'm gonna plug my Twitch again because we'll have some streams there soon. And I'll always let you know on Discord when we're live on Twitch or like when we plan on doing it. Realistically, what will probably happen with Twitch streams is during the week, it'll just be the YouTube ones. But then on the weekend will be when we have a little bit more leniency to like mess around. Oh, my bad, Cameron. I read that wrong. You said League SBC cards. I saw the... I read that, but I saw Nation and assumed you meant Nation. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, no. So if you guys don't know anything about... Actually, let me see if I can pull it up. Give me a second, chat. You guys know nothing about the Minecraft servers we run. This is one of the most fun things we do during the summers. We've done it for, I think, the past 4 or 5, like 4 years now. 3, 4 years. Let's see. Do I have a playlist with it? We have MumboCraft. MumboCraft Let's Play. MumboElite. Minecraft. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, so let me share my screen real quick. Yeah. So 4 years ago. So every summer we've gone together with people and have made a server that people can play on. And essentially, I'm addicted to, like, mining. I love getting diamonds, and I love making huge sugarcane farms. So, we played on Alpine Realm, played.alpinerealms.net. We are in talks right now, or we were in talks with the people we did it with last summer, but I think their server had a change of management. Essentially, what we did was our community promoted their server, and then in return, anyone in our community got certain, like... I don't know if it was moderatorship, but you know, like in Minecraft, how if you play on a server, you can have like admin next to your name, or you can have like certain clans and stuff. I had the YouTuber tag and streamer tag on my name, and then anyone who was in our community could get like an Elite Army tag next to their name. So that way, like, people could see you in chat and be like, oh, this person is from like MumboElite stream, or like, oh, that person is a streamer themselves. I wonder if they're live right now. It was essentially like free promotion for yourself. But yeah, look at this. We would do unlimited sugarcane farms. I miss this so much, bro. We would do like unlimited sugarcane farms, stretch as far back as you could. Hey, I don't want an ad. Don't play an ad. This is my channel. My channel, dude. I don't want to make money off this ad. But yeah, we would make these huge... I don't know if it shows how big it gets here. But we would essentially at night just mine, and then we'd come back up. We'd make an unlimited farm. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Then we have the community get on Hammer. Yo, I miss Hammer so much. We just keep outstretching it. Then we would find like an ocean biome. And we would just keep building on like an ocean biome. Make it as far back as it would go. It would take like 5 minutes full out running with food with like a ceiling above you that you can do like a little speed glitch to get to the point where you could get to the end of our sugarcane farm. That was all to get us XP for herbalism. Yeah, then use the profits to invest in nations to invest in more. Is the server cross-platform? It's a PC server. I don't think it can play with Xbox and PlayStation. You just made 6p? Yeah, I'll let you guys know within the next couple weeks where it's currently at. Honestly, it's one of the most fun things. Just getting a group of buddies together late night or like just on the weekends, and we would do like elite army events where we'd get like 10 people on the server at the same time from the community, and we'd all just like either go like kill the end dragon. We would all go build a huge, massive, like, elite army palace. We would all make a bunch of farms together. It's just a lot of fun. Alright, I want to play another game. Let's do that. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh, it's Ninja's birthday today. Nice. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, USA is in the finals for their, what tournament are they in? Is it the CONCACAF Nations? Yeah, CONCACAF Nations. I think we play Mexico in the finals. That will be a super fun game tomorrow. Oh, it's in Colorado. Ooh. What time is that at? 9 p.m. Eastern time, so it's going to be 8 p.m. my time. I'm 100% watching that. Is Martinez worth doing? I don't think so at this point, but if you have a Bundesliga team and he fits, knock yourself out. For me, he's definitely not worth it. Reminds me of my ARC days. That was glorious, about a minute. The CONCACAF Nations League. Yes, sir. How much were tickets, Snarf? And where do you live, bud? What state? I really want to start going to like more games. We have I have a local team. But I don't know how they do their tickets. In Wisconsin, we have a team called the Madison Ford. They're like 2 leagues down from the MLS, I believe. I'd probably get like $30 tickets. You're from Colorado? Nice. You looked at some random seats. It was like $5.33 each. Yeah. That's the thing that sucks. Is you got to get there before. Like, it's like with any finals. There's 2 like things. People will buy it just to see the finals regardless. And then there's the people who wait till America's in the finals. And the second the United States is in the finals, they'll buy a ticket and prices just skyrocket. That's rough. You really don't have a big team around. We have Chicago Fire, which is like 3.5 hours away if I ever wanted to go to Chicago. And we have Minnesota United. We're technically like Madison Ford is like a branch of the Minnesota United. We have like expedition games against them, and like players who make their squad but aren't good enough long term typically like get sent down to us, which is cool. But I wish we had a professional, like a legit MLS team. And they kind of screwed us over because Madison would have been the best place to have a professional team rather than like Milwaukee or Green Bay. But we have our lower end team and they're not going to move them. Like, imagine how much money the city of Madison would make if we had an MLS team there. College campus, downtown, capital. It'd be so nice. I would go to like every game. Alright, will it find us an opponent? Come on, baby. Come on, baby. So I'm assuming you're a Colorado Rapids fan then? What are you guys doing this season so far? 4th. My squad's Portland. I've been a Timbers fan since I think freshman year of high school. 7th. Ugh. It's like Seattle and New England are winning so far. Low league games are fantastic to go watch. Oh, no, I don't disagree with you. Like, I love the fact that we have a team that's not in the MLS here. Because you can get, like, $20 tickets. Or, like, through a lot of works or businesses in the area. They typically buy tickets and then either give them away or, like, make an event out of it. Like, I'm pretty sure, once the season's back and rolling, my business, even though we're working from home right now, our building, this is a cool thing. I don't know if I've ever said this. But our building that I work in, the window in our office looks directly onto the field of the Madison Ford. So I can watch them practice. If it was a game, I could watch them play a game. It is beautiful. Around summer, I'm gone this year. Where are you going? I really want... When were we watching the Indian League? There's a point in time, I think it was maybe before Team of the Year. I had like an obsession for like a month with the Indian Super League. Because when I would start my workday, I would look to see on ESPN Live who was playing. And I was always like a couple hours late to the Australian League because they'd play in the middle of the night my time. but the Indian Super League was also always live right in the morning, and they would have empty stadiums, but it'd be these massive stadiums, and the talent would be equivalent to like the Argentinian second leagues or like the Brazilian second leagues. But you had all these players who would just do like nonstop celebrations when they scored, and they all acted like they were these big name clubs. And then there was a club named Mumbai FC that I support because it sounds like Mumbo. I'm pretty sure they won the tournament. You're from Orlando? Purple City all day. They need to kill the college recruiting and do 3 leagues. Bro, I am telling you, if we want to have good soccer/football in the United States, abolish college. Hear me out. Hear me out. Stop people playing college soccer. We don't need the D1 to the MLS pipeline. That's stupid. Instead of doing college soccer, have it be right after high school. If you're good enough to play D1 or any college soccer, what you do is you have them go professional in the United States at a certain division. So if you're a Division 3, you're not making much money from it, but you're technically considered a professional. If you'd be Division 2, you're in a second division. And then if you're a Division 1 player, you should be in like a top division that is right below the MLS. And then if you're good enough to be in that, the MLS will recruit you. That way, every level has the ability to play alongside each other. They can all compete in United States tournaments that can attract more money and eyes to the sport. You have more potential to grow. And you can see stories of people, you know, who weren't the best in high school, weren't going to be a Division 1 player, but they could have maybe been a D3. They start at the lowest league, aka what I would want to do in England if I ever went to England. Play at the lowest level and see if I could work my way up. He's 17 years old playing against Man City and knockaround in the UCL. Is nuts. Yeah, that's crazy. But it sucks to see the beautiful sport in the United States just not live up to what it could be. Oh. Yeah, you have a college system in England, but it's lowly regarded. Like, that should be the thing here. Like, the thing should be here if you want to do college soccer where you're playing but not getting paid for it, by all means, do that if you feel like that's what you want to do. But let's give the kids an option to actually, like, grow through that resembles anywhere in the world that they would go. For example, the goal for a lot of people in the United States is to leave the United States to play the sport. How terrible is that, that you feel like you have to leave to get a better experience? Like, one of my favorite players on Sunderland, Lyndon Gooch, he's been in their youth academy since I think he was 13, and he would travel all the time from the United States to England, back and forth on a plane to play soccer through an academy that was respected. Like, I don't want to have to uproot my whole life or, like, my whole kid's life if they ever felt like they wanted to try to see if they could make it. Have them start at the lowest level. If they can't do it, they can't do it. But you like Gooch? my dream is to see Lyndon Gooch be like a starter on the United States national team, but he's not there yet. He's mid-tier bench, and what I mean by that, I would essentially say at this point in time, he has like 1 or 2 years of really needing solid games and developmental growth through Sunderland or whatever club he might go to if he doesn't stay at Sunderland. And through there, if he gets a little bit more pace, a little bit more ball control, and a little bit more skills, he could easily be like a substitute winger for the national team. But like if you watch him play at Sunderland, he has so much confidence. But when it comes to like that finishing shot or that just get yourself in the perfect position and dribble, I don't trust him with the ball at those moments. He feels like, I don't mean it as an insult, but he feels too American on the ball. What I mean by that is just like a little too reliant on pace and athleticism rather than skill. As Gooch's CM, he's typically a right mid, but he can play anywhere. He can play up top. He can play CM. Sunderland would always use him as like a right mid and try to get him to make runs up the side. But the issue with that was every time he'd make a run up the side, every team we play against would just try to counter Sunderland because their defense was very all over the place. So every time he made a run up, they would just kind of have that side locked down. So he'd either dribble into someone, turn the ball over, or he'd make a pass to the middle, it'd have pressure, and the ball would be going the other way, and we're getting countered by just a fast, pacey dude on the wing. Are upgrade packs coming tomorrow? They should be. We're hoping they are. Obviously, they could always change it, but every single Sunday since the start of Team of the Season, we've had repeatable SBCs come out, so I just hope they're good ones. I hope there's a player pick. I hope there's like an 82 to 88 or an 81 to 87. Honestly, whatever that repeatable one is, the less golds, the better. If they can make it like lower rating, you can put less cards in, but it means you don't have a better chance of getting someone good. I would just do that for fodder over and over. You signed him on your Coventry City career mode? Yeah, he's a fantastic player in terms of potential. I'm excited to see where Gooch goes in the next couple of years. Holmes is highly underrated. Yep. I think Reyna plays there for the United States men's national team. So rough competition. Reyna's more... Reyna can be all over the place. I like Reyna more in the midfield because I think he's... If we look at the United States in terms of technical gifts, I think he's really good at holding the ball in the midfield. I think he's very good in position. I can't play a game, dude. Look at this. Look at this leg. I think he's really good at positioning. I think he plays really well alongside of Pulisic on the wing. Which, that's another thing. The United States needs to find a way to, like, capitalize on Pulisic. And I feel like we still don't have a capitalization on him. Like, we need some sort of connection where someone can get the ball to Pulisic and he can just shoot and score. I'm excited against Mexico because I'm curious to see, one, what our lineup is, how well they play against Mexico, and if Chucky Lozano scores a hat trick against us. If you were a dual citizen, this is an honest question for you guys. If you were a dual American and Mexican citizen, depending on your position, wherever you played, so for me it'd be center back, for someone else it might be striker, for someone else it might be a cam, would you want to play for Mexico or the United States? For me, if I was a dual citizen, I'd want to play for the United States, and I'd want to be a center back and kind of just like take control of the back line, make sure the midfield's in a good position, and then we just play as many balls as simplistic as we can. But if I played for Mexico, I would just try to be feeding Chucky Lozano as much as I could. Balls down the line and just have him pace onto it. Dude, and that's the crazy thing, is if you look at like the United States compared to Mexico, I would argue for the most part, Mexico's always been the better team for most of the comparisons. But the United States, their potential compared to where Mexico is a football nation. Just like around the world, most nations are football nations. We are one of the few countries that doesn't recognize soccer/football as like our sport. Once that becomes more mainstream, once we get more support for it, and once like our youth starts taking it serious, United States, I'm not even joking when I say this, United States will have potentially one of the best nations for the sport for generations to come. Because think about all the countries that put so much resources into like their youth academies and all that stuff. We're essentially working with the worst version possible in the United States. So we have no youth academy. If you want a youth academy, you essentially have to leave the United States to get a proper one, unless you want to spend like hundreds of thousands of dollars throughout your kids' youth. If we could have more of like an England-based system built in with like the athleticism that it seems like a lot of Americans have in our top sports, you like train them that way. You get a bunch of ripped dudes who aren't just 100 pounds, but they're athletic, they can hold their own, they're pacey, technical, gifted, communicate. I mean, we're already starting to see it. Like, it used to be just a few Americans who would play overseas. Now we're seeing so many Americans playing in the top five leagues. But on top of that, they're starting. They're getting good experience. They're actually helping with their clubs. Things are already changing, but they could change even more. RIP. Good game. I have 90 Alberto right now. Worth to get his prime moments, or should I upgrade Baby Rio to moments Desai SBC? I've always been a proponent of, if you already have a version of a player, it's better to get a different player in a different position rather than just upgrading the player itself. So like, rather than getting a better version of the card you already have, I would try to get a different card, if that makes sense. So instead of upgrading your Alberto, I would go for upgrading a different position. Unless the only card you need to change is the Alberto and you really want to try his next version, then I'd go for it. But if you do his SBC, remember you're stuck with it and you can't sell it. So keep that in mind. I find it shocking that an American understands the sport in its true form. You would be surprised. This is a misconception. There are a lot of Americans who want the sport. Like, I would say an overwhelming amount of Americans who play the sport want the sport more like the England model. But we have to work within the system we have. That's the issue. The way you're starting to see that done is you're starting to see not less and less people playing at like the best clubs when they're a kid, but you're seeing more and more competition across the board where you don't have to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to play at the best clubs to get an opportunity. However, you kind of know the way it goes. The more money you have, the more opportunity it typically seems. But like, I remember going back to my Division 1 soccer camps / football camps. The reason I call it soccer is literally everything in the United States is soccer for the sport. I'm not trying to disrespect it by calling it soccer. It literally is soccer. Like, you're playing collegiate soccer. You're doing soccer development camps, all that stuff. So I played, so you know how like nations have their like USA team, you have the Mexico national team, you have all these. Within the United States, we also have like state teams. So we have the United States national team, but then we have a Wisconsin team, we have an Illinois team, we have a Florida team, we have a Colorado team. I, for a couple of years, played on our Wisconsin team, and one of the things that was, I would say, different from my experience than a lot of other people is a majority of the people who played on the Wisconsin team had rich family, rich parents who put them in the best possible clubs. And when I would play these guys that I played with on my club team, we would just get railed. But you could find positions and opportunities to perform against them. For example, the guy who I had to share a room with at one of our tournaments, he was a striker. And when I played against him in club, I made sure every time there was like a Division 1 coach watching him, I would be on him 24/7. So like those tactics I was telling you about before, like how as a center back, I would like poke the attackers in their back or like stay on them when they're not on the ball and kind of just shadow defend them, just like be on them and move them around the field. Doing that, my goal was like to get him out of position, to get him not thinking about the play. And then essentially anytime he got the ball, he wasn't trying to turn past me. He was just trying to hold up the play and then try to potentially play it to somewhere else. But yeah, he hated me, but he ended up going to play Division 1 football, or not football, soccer on a full ride scholarship. Didn't like it, changed schools, and got another Division 1 scholarship to play elsewhere. I think he played in Colorado for one of the schools. '23s in England see a lot older than I would think it does in England, but coaching would be fantastic for growth because you can prove yourself until you're 50 to 55. I really want to coach like high school age kids in Wisconsin. I don't know if I'd want to do it through like a club or do it through like a school, but that's like what I'm passionate about if I ever would coach, trying to get kids from the high school level to like the college level and or the next level to play. I'd probably want to do a club because they're going to take it a little bit more serious than a high school, but I love it. Like, there's as much as people bash soccer in the United States, there's a love I have for it because I know what it is. I know how far it's come, and I know how far it has to go. So it's like I will always respect it for what it is, but wanting it to become better. I don't have a problem with Americans saying soccer. Problem when they try to correct me when it's created by the British and Scottish. See, that's how I feel, and I feel like it should be viewed that way. I don't feel like it's disrespectful for me to call it soccer, because that's literally what it is to me. But for me to correct someone who literally uses it as football, that's dumb. Was there anything in the news about first American to win the CL? It was very politicized in the United States. A lot of people were happy, but from at least what I saw, the accomplishment was quickly overshadowed by, technically, he wasn't the first American to win a Champions League. 4 women have done it before him. You need to respect women for winning their Champions League. It's like, that's not the point of this. Come on, you know that. Let's not make this a man-woman thing for the millionth time in the United States. Crying out loud. Like, they literally said it live, too. Like, they corrected it live. I was watching on, I forget what channel I was watching on, but he's like, the first the first American who identifies as a male to win the Champions League. Wow. He joins the ranks of the legendary woman before him. I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with admitting the women are ballers. They are the best team in the world for women. That's fine. It's not a competition between man versus woman. Have them have their accolades and have us have our accolades. That's fine. But it's always the way they try to frame it that's like an issue in the United States. Like, no, most of the supporters who support the women's national team for soccer in the United States love the American national team for the men as well. It is not like a one thing or the other. What people typically have issues with, though, is when the women start saying, like, they want the men's salaries because they could beat the men or they're better than the men. It's like, okay, first of all, you're not. Let's put it that way. If the men and the woman played against each other, they'd lose because the woman lost to a U15 FC Dallas boys team. Handily. But there's an argument for the woman to make more money than they currently are. But it's a contract issue. It's not a men-woman thing. And they always try to frame it as a men-woman thing, which pisses me off because that's not how you get them to make more money. You tell them, look at their contract, look at how much they're winning, and sign a new contract for something you deserve. That's as simple as it is. It's literally just that. It's that, then you have revenue issues. You have the amount of people who watch them issues. You have ticket sales. You have all that other stuff. But when it comes down to it, you have power to sign a new contract. And you have the power to walk away from a contract if you want to as well. It's a little bit more complicated than that. I'm trying to simplify it because there are other stuff too that like the men have signed with what's it called? Because the men and women share the same agency for national team soccer who helps them with their contracts and stuff. Yeah, it's the way, of course, like everything is, they try to politicize everything instead of actually just dealing with it and getting them a issue that everyone can agree with. Is like, hey, the women keep winning. Hey, if they keep winning and they keep generating more revenue than they did the year previous, let's keep giving them more money. Perfect. Solve the problem right there. You know what I really want to do in FIFA? I want to take Gomez before the end of the year. I might try it this game. I really want to drop Gomez like really far back. Like essentially have him play like a sweeper keeper, but as a center back. And I want someone to play a through ball. And I want him in full sprint, like run up and just do the stick your leg out tackle and just destroy someone and see if they go flying. Do you see the Simon video? They're literally better than the Arsenal football team. Yeah, I'm not playing Weekend League. I'm kind of done with Weekend League for the year. I feel like I was raised in the wrong generation. Sometimes, like, it's an issue to guess someone's gender now. when they look at you, or male or female. And like, I hate all the stuff that comes with that. Not because like I don't want to respect people's pronouns, but people make things a bigger deal than everything is in reality. Like when it comes to like pronouns and shit, if people want to go by different pronouns, sweet, go by it. I don't care. You live your life. But like the issue I have is when like I'm expected to play a guessing game or like get the right ones correct, or if I assumed wrongly, I'm somehow victimizing you or something. I just hate that shit. But it's like slowly over time, typically that stuff works itself out where it's no issue whatsoever. But literally, it's everyone trying to politicize everything. Like most people, if they see someone who like, let's say, identifies as a woman, but they look more like a male, and they say, oh, I talked to him earlier. And they're like, oh, sorry, could you go by like, could you say her instead? They're like, oh yeah, no problem, sorry. But to say like, I purposely did that, or I'm attacking an individual, it's like, okay, I don't care about most people to begin with. So to think you have priority, nah. I forget most people's names, let alone pronouns. All those defending female football, they never watch it themselves. Why don't they buy jerseys and support the teams? The sad thing about the United States when it comes to this is that's literally so true. Like, for example, you look at so we have the MLS, and everyone agrees the MLS is not good compared to, like, world football, correct? If you look at all the other leagues in the world compared to the MLS, MLS is not a top-tier league. However, if you look at the women's version of the MLS, their WMLS, they make such little money in that, and they have to get bailed out most of the time to be able to pay people to play, and they have, like, no fans who show up. They barely make any jersey sales. It is just a joke and a half in terms of how many people actually support them. And I have no issue with supporting women's sports. I love watching the United States women's team play. But if you're telling me the women's national team is the same competition as the WMLS, you're joking. It is such, it's like, how do I put it? It's like if LeBron James, this is the difference in competition. It's like if LeBron James went to a random middle school and started playing against a middle school team. That's how good the women's national team is compared to their female counterparts when it comes to playing at home. That's why most of the good ones go to play at like Man City, Man U, Chelsea, Bayern, all the top women's clubs. Because it's just a joke here in the United States. Just like the NBA and the WNBA. If you look at the NBA, ridiculous salaries they're making and how talented they are. Compared to the WNBA, I don't think it's any surprise that the NBA generates a lot more revenue than the WNBA is. I'm not insulting and saying women suck, but I'm saying if you want to make the salaries that the people in the NBA make and you're in the WNBA, try playing in the NBA. Nothing's stopping you. Same thing with like the WMLS and the MLS. If you don't like the salary you're making in the WMLS and you think you're good enough to play in the MLS, literally nothing is stopping you from applying. Same thing with the national team. If you think the men's United States national team sucks and we keep losing games, and you think the best women's national team players could help us win a World Cup or at least help us beat Mexico, sweet. Fly Megan Rapinoe down and have her be a starter in her team. They make them all like 95 rated plus on FIFA. Like, if you ever want to have fun with FIFA, me and a buddy did this. Play online friendlies against each other in the, I forget what area it is, but select the Women's League and do nations and select the United States and look at some of their ratings and how they play in game. They are freaking beasts, man. It's so fun. That was a sick shot from Matal. We're playing a game of Guess Who every day. Kaga, I'm sorry, but women can't compete. Put the American women's team in the Prem. 20th place, less than 10 points. I'm curious if the women's national team could probably beat Sunderland, though. Low-key. Depending on the day, they could probably beat Sunderland. Like one of their players is higher rated than Messi? Yep. But then what I love too is they don't allow you to play men versus women. So it's like you can't select a women's team and play against a men's team. It has to be its own thing. I don't know why that is, but they're like different. In Sweden, Zlatan got a Volvo for winning Swedish Football Player of the Year. And the female got a bicycle. That's funny. In Belgium, the females team Anderlecht didn't lose one game the year in competition. It makes no sense. You think the market will crash tomorrow because lots of people stop playing? I think what you're going to see for the rest of the year, if things aren't high because of fodder, in terms of like if you're playing with an 87 rated special card and 87 rated cards in general go up, those cards will go up. Or if it's highly over price and you have more cards come out that give it more competition, you're going to see prices change. But essentially what I say from this point on is you're just going to see in general a majority of cards go down in price, because we're going to get to the point after the Euros where we have summer heat, and then they're going to do the promo most likely where it's all the past team of the weeks, all the past special cards. They will bring them back out in groups and all the values will just continually drop, which is one of the most fun times in FIFA, if I got to be honest. That's probably what I'm going to wait for to try a lot of players out, is that time, because you literally can do any League SBC and like every single pack you open, or if you do like the 5k pack method, every like other pack you're packing some sort of special card. Whether it's a board, inform, 3-player packs become insane. I showed you guys yesterday some of the SBCs, but there's a 94 plus rated team of the season guarantee SBC that was repeatable, and it was 83 rated. So essentially you open that up. This was how fun it was. And there was like an 82 to 88 SBC as well at the time. You would open it up. Let's say you got a 95 rated DeVry or something. You'd put that 95 rated card back into the 94 plus team of the season guarantee, and you would just put a gold team around them, and you'd have the rating you needed, as long as like the cards are like 80 rated. And then you just send it again until you got a good player. You just do that over and over and over. Atoll is so fun. Dude, Bashwai was so fun. Men are born with a bigger build normally, so women seems physically won't be able to body a man. I don't want to get like all into all the topics that people typically talk about with that, but essentially this is what I have to say on the matter. I don't get why it's so important to compare men and women all the time when we literally can just say, hey, they're different leagues, right? Hey, the women's league, this is its own thing. We don't have to say, oh, the women's league is better than the men's league, because if that was the case, there wouldn't be a women's league or a men's league. It would just be a league in general. For the most parts, women's leagues are built or designed so that women can play a sport professionally. If you want to abolish that because you believe everyone's created equal, and you want to take away chances of hundreds of thousands of women across the world and just make it everyone plays the same sport, no other league, you're not doing much for women there. You're just going to fuck a lot of them over. I'm telling you, do it right now. NBA, abolish the WNBA and have the WNBA players try to play in the NBA. See how many of them can dunk. Abolish the WMLS. Have them play in the MLS. See how many of them have contracts by the end of the season. National team. Only have national teams compete against each other. You're going to have Zlatan Ibrahimovic playing alongside, I don't know who the best woman is, but have that be a matchup. And I'm not saying that to disrespect women. I'm literally saying that to prove a point. If you believe women should be able to play and make a living playing a sport, or at least make money from it, allow them to do that. Don't make an argument that women are better in every sport than men, or that like if they went head to head they destroy. Because if that happened, let's see what would happen. I'm not going to say one way or another what would happen, Let's just do it and see what happens. And I hate how politicized that is to say nowadays. There's certain sports in the United States where college really is a good tool, but now we're starting to do a thing where I don't know if it passed through Congress, but essentially now players, I believe, are able to in college get sponsorships. Like teams used to be able to sign to Nike and teams could sign to Adidas and get their players like items and have their logo on the jersey. But now I believe you can like partner, you can get shoes. In college, you can be like an affiliate, you can make money off of certain things to have people pursue college in terms of the free scholarship they get, be able to make some money from that and grow before they actually go to the league. But like another system, think of baseball. I don't know how many of you guys follow baseball, but some of the best players in baseball don't play Division I baseball right away. A lot of them go to a either community college or like a Division III school. They play there for a year or two, and then they transfer to a Division I like a year or two before they graduate, and that's where they get seen. And like that's not crazy to think that people are missing out on talent. Like think of Vardy. Imagine when Vardy was back in like what, the 7th league or the 8th league all the way down at the bottom in England football. Imagine if someone would have looked at him then and said, yep, he's playing in this low of a division. Let's just write him off. You would have never had his talent come to light if he wasn't able to have an opportunity. And I feel like in the United States, you have so many people who are pretty good in high school. And if they could continue past high school and not even play in college, but have an opportunity to continue to play on the side, they could be better than a lot of the Division I players. They just might need more experience, more games played, more opportunities, but you just don't see it. What was the... Who was it? Was it Crystal Palace? Where two men on the Crystal Palace team played the Crystal Palace women's team, and they did like just 1-2s with each other and dribbled the whole team and scored? That was me, miss. But yeah, I build big armies of orcs and dragons and shit. Murder other people's armies. Total Warhammer 3. Why have I heard that? I don't know. I'm waiting for like the next big game to come out. I'm excited for Hightail. Was it Ben Teke and someone else? Yeah. All right, boys. I'm going to go get into this weekend league. Snarf, don't throw your controller, buddy. I know how badly you might want to. Don't break anything. All right? I haven't played FIFA 4 years ago when they did Euros. Can someone explain to me how Euros worked the last time it was in FIFA? Was it its own game mode like the World Cup mode, or was it promo in FIFA where they would just give them special cards? Oh, it was him and Blassie. Yeah. Fun fact, since we were talking about the topic, when it comes to, there's a thing in the United States called they try to call it the gender pay gap. And essentially the argument is women on average get paid like 67 cents on the dollar compared to men. So Google did a analysis of their company to see if this was true to end up paying women more money. What they found is they actually disproportionately paid more money to their female employees than their men. So they went through and gave men a bunch of raises. The pay gap includes time off due to pregnancy. There's so many things with the pay gap when they talk about it that's just so dumb, because I can break down the pay gap argument very simply. Women, essentially, if they want to make more money, to a lot of men in a lot of different industries, if you're not working just a 9 to 5, a lot of it has to do with the amount of time and the sacrifices you make to be able to get to that level. So for example, if it's something where you don't want to work 10, 12 hours a day and you just want to work that 8 hours and then you're done, sweet. You're probably not going to get hired to a corporate position where those people have to do a bunch of extra work. And that's fine. If you want to be with family, sweet. That's fine. Be with family. I know a lot of men who want to do that too. But the issue comes when they talk about pregnancy, when they talk about time off to be with family and all that stuff. Typically, men aren't taking those risks. There's a lot of men who will put off having families and or will just be the one working in the household, and they will do that work those extra hours, and then come home. But essentially, if you wanted to make a better argument, here's the better argument. I'll give it to you right here. Instead of arguing it from a gender pay gap, argue it from a perspective of, hey, should we make it when there is a pregnancy that you get X amount of time off? But if we have male employees too, and they want to take that same amount of time off to be with, like, let's say their wife after she gives birth, have it be like an equal thing in that sense. Have it be, hey, have maternity leave for men as well. Maybe increase the amount of maternity leave your company provides. Maybe give additional time off to employees. Like if you do, let's say, 2 weeks vacation, maybe move it to 3 weeks vacation, or do a model where instead of working 9 to 5, 5 days a week, maybe change it to where you could potentially be working 36 hours and only working 4 days a week, as long as your employees get the same productivity done. You have a lot of different incentives and ways a company can position itself with the market. And one of the things we're seeing right now in the United States is a lot of people are choosing not to work, either because one, they can't find a job, or two, they're getting more off of government assistance through COVID that they would be getting per hour at their jobs currently. And one of the things that's going to change with that is the second these benefits go away, the second the government stops paying the COVID unemployment benefits and it goes back down to normal unemployment benefits, you're going to see a bunch of people just enter the workforce again because they're going to want to make more money than they did on unemployment. So if you're someone like trying to hire someone, and let's say it's higher up, so let's say it's not like a lower end job, not to like be disrespectful, but something that you don't really need too much experience to work. Let's say it's more of a corporate job. Let's say now instead of working in an office, if you were working from home due to COVID for the past 1.5 years or 2 years, you might use that as a leverage chip and say, hey, I would love this job, but do I have the ability to work from home? I feel like I'm more productive. I feel like that would make me happier at this job and I'd be able to perform better. And a lot of companies will allow people to work from home now, or just provide that as always an option. Like, hey, we're going to have this job be fully remote. You can work from anywhere. You can move if you want. That's fine. That's really all in the company's power, and you have to be able to leverage yourself to that offer. And the issue a lot of people have, and it's not just a woman's thing, it's a men thing too. A lot of people are undervalued in the workforce. For the companies you work for, you typically make them a lot more money than they actually pay you. And a lot of people don't understand their worth. And when it becomes time to, let's say, ask for more money, or you want to get a better contract, or you want to try to push for more things like more time off, a lot of people aren't willing to or aren't prepared to come with the facts in the interview process or in the talking process of that. And like when it's talked about through a male and female perspective, none of that gets addressed. But if you talk about it in just a straight perspective, like, hey, if you want to make more money, are you making sure that you are giving yourself the best possibility to? Like, in terms of how are you addressing it to the company? Are you saying, hey, my coworker's making this much, I want that much? Or are you saying, hey, I've done XYZ, I've provided the company percent growth, I've done this and this month after month. I've looked at other jobs in the same area. I got a job offer here that's paying me $15,000 more. I'd be willing to stay, but you'd have to at least match that offer. You got to like put pressure on them. Because a company, if you don't know, it is infinitely cheaper to keep an employee on and give them a raise than it is to fire them and or have to replace them. So a lot of times there's like in the United States, a $10,000 to $15,000 range typically, where like, let's say you're making $50,000 a year and you find a job that will pay you $65,000, but you want to stay at your company. You can say to them, hey, I got this job offer. I want to take it at $65,000, but I need you to match that for me to stay. A lot of them will be like, you know what? We have to match that. Even if it's short term, we'll match it. We'll sign the contract where they're making this for the next 2 years. And then negotiations on the line. If they want to keep getting raises, we can have that be a future talking point. But we're in busy season. We're relying on them too much. If we let them go or if they walk away, that would be a huge mistake for our company. So pay them whatever they want. Yeah, because they take it out of the woman's time, and it's the woman who has to recover, not so much the man. What are you talking about for like the pregnancy time? You could move to a less developed country and be a king with a Western salary, working remote. True. That's literally so true. But like people are doing that now. Like I have a buddy who lived in the state of Illinois, and he was making infinitely more money than most people do in Wisconsin, our state. And he's working remote, and they have an office in Wisconsin as well, but he's probably not going to be working there. He's probably going to be staying remote, most likely. But they pay him the same salary in Wisconsin as he has when he was working downtown Chicago. So he's getting a downtown Chicago salary in Wisconsin. So like when he goes out to eat, when he gets groceries, when he just shops in general, and when he lives here, it's like everything's on discount because he came from a huge city to a smaller city now. We're still relatively big compared to like smaller towns and stuff, but we're nothing compared to like a Chicago. Yep, caca means shit. Yep. Also, Mumbo, let's not forget women can just marry and divorce and take half your money, which ain't before as well, and leave men in financial shit. Well, the issue I would argue is not women in that situation. It's not doing your part in making sure, okay. There's a difference between, I don't know how to put this. Typically, the way it works is women who file for divorce end up getting about half the stuff, because in a lot of divorces where there's a high rate of divorce, it's typically when let's say woman is a stay-at-home mom and the husband is a workaholic who's making all the money. And essentially the argument is, oh, you think the woman should get nothing because she wasn't working a job, but meanwhile she was doing all the stuff to provide for her family. Typically, if you don't have like a clause in there where essentially before you get married, the woman has to sign that she can't take half her shit, like everything's yours and everything that she has is hers. If you got to sign one of those, I'm sorry. It's one of those things where it's like, if you got to sign one of those, yeah, you are probably trying to protect yourself. But at the same time, too, how confident are you in your marriage that you can't work that out? I know there's a lot of stuff that can happen and change that's out of your control. But, like, I don't know. I think if I'm marrying for life. That's my mindset when it comes to it. I can't imagine not wanting to make something work. But then it is scary, too, thinking about how someone, whether it's a man or a woman, could literally just file for divorce and take half her stuff. women file for divorce so much more than men. True. But there's also a lot of good reasons why they do, but that's not every time. So I think there's an argument there. But I think it should be, if that is an issue, let's say that's a societal issue, then it should be a thing where it's normalized to sign papers saying, hey, my stuff is my stuff, your stuff is your stuff, we're married. But then there's issues with that as well. Then let's say it's an abusive relationship, and then a woman wants to stay in it because she feels like if she leaves, she's going to have nothing. She'd rather have her family together, stay for the kid, yada, yada. There's a lot of different factors that come with it, and trying to simplify it to a point of where it's like, it would make sense to do X, Y, Z to get a perfect outcome is never going to be the case. But that's why I'm a firm proponent of marrying once and never marrying again. Make sure if you're going to marry, you're marrying a person who's the love of your life, and that you share culturally things potentially in common, political things in common, how you want to raise kids, have those similar worldviews to that. That way you have less arguments on how to actually raise them or how to actually live your life, and you can actually just live it. I see too many people find the first person who likes them, and then they end up getting married. They share nothing in common, they fight all the time, and then it ends up not working long term. Because when that beauty's gone, when you're 80 years old and you no longer look at the person the same way you used to, all that you have left is really the personality and the life experience. If you don't love that person for that, you're going to have a lot of issues down the line. People do change. I'm not saying people don't change, but I'm saying that's what's so difficult about it, is people change over time, for good or for bad. That's going to be inevitable. And if you feel like in your marriage you want to sign a piece of paper to say, hey, no matter what, this is my stuff, this is your stuff, sweet, so be it. I'm not going to judge you for doing that. But I'm saying personally for me, I would feel uncomfortable, not saying that I wouldn't sign it, but I would feel uncomfortable at the start of the marriage for the person you love to just say to them like, hey, I essentially don't trust you and you shouldn't trust me. I get it's not exactly like that, but that's what it sounds like to me. That's what I'm hearing when I see things like that. But it's like if you look at custody rates, how many men lose custody of their children? Or how hard it is for them to fight for custody when there is a divorce. Like, I have so many friends who had divorced parents, and it was hell watching them get raised. But that's the thing. It's a both ways thing. It's not a simple concept, because you signing one, it goes both ways. You asking someone to sign one might be safety on your end, and if they're not willing to sign it, you feel like, oh, what are they hiding, or what wouldn't they want to sign this for? But it's the same way the other end. If someone feels like they can completely trust you, and you say you trust them with your life, but then you're having them sign something essentially saying they don't trust you, that's a challenge. But again, there's reason. People change. I don't know. I feel like I believe in people that have the ability to work things out, but I think people aren't ready for that commitment. People want the tax benefits of being married, but they don't want to have to put in the work to keep their significant other happy. Because it's not all going to be sunshines and rainbows. And in the United States, at least, I don't know what divorce rates are around the world, but I'm pretty sure it's like a 50-50 almost in the United States. What percent of marriages end in divorce? 50%. However, about 40 to 50% of marriage couples in the United States divorce. The divorce rate for subsequent marriages is even higher, meaning a person who's bound to get married once and get divorced is more likely to keep getting married and keep getting divorced. Which, what does that tell you? If someone keeps getting married and they can't hold a relationship and they keep getting divorced, obviously there's something outside of just the person. There's something that is happening in the relationship that is not working and they need to fix. Or I said that wrong. Maybe it's not just like the person they're with. Maybe it's an issue with the person who keeps getting divorced. Maybe not get married. It is uncomfortable, but I guess it's similar to insurance. It's not like you're expecting the worst, but you're taking precautionary measures. Yep. But I feel like most people in general, too, are willing to compromise in some sorts. Like if you love someone for 25 years and then you just decide you've grown apart and you feel like you'd have a better connection to other people and you feel like this marriage is a waste of your time, see ya. Okay. You could be able to work something out where it's like, yeah, I'm not going to fight for your stuff. You can take what was yours. You can take what was mine. There's a lot of people who end up being able to work it out, but there's quite a few people where it ends very poorly and then they have to deal with that. Apex today, I want to see your aim on shooter games. Nah, I have a college grad party I got to go to, and then I'm going to hang out with some buddies. Summer's picking up, things are opening up, and I'm getting more social. I don't know if I like it or I hate it. Mumbo's gonna get a girlfriend this summer for the clickbait. Bro, I've talked about it. Like, occasionally on, I'll like, sometimes if a conversation's going well, I'll bring up like that I'm a streamer, like I'm a content creator. And I'll be like, yo, you want to be, not you want to be clickbait, but essentially I try to work it into the conversation. Read last 2 and 3. Sorry. I see... If I was married for 20 years and my wife was a stay-at-home and I was working all the time and we were peacefully split away, not because she cheated or something, I'm okay with her getting half. See, that's the thing I'm talking about, is if you establish a norm where the woman is working at the start of your marriage, but let's say a couple years in, you both want her to quit her job so she can focus on raising a family, and you're able to work enough to support the both of you and your whole family financially, I don't feel like if there's a divorce that the woman shouldn't get half, because you've made this decision as a family. Hey, I'm going to stop monetarily working a job to provide monetary income. I'm going to do family and raise the family and do all the stuff that you can't do while you're working, and I'm going to do that side of it. Just because there's not a money amount to it doesn't mean it's not important, and doesn't mean that you're not saving money doing that. Because, like, think about all the sitters, think about all the nannying, think about all the expenses that would have to happen if you had 2 people working. Think about how less close to your kids you might potentially be if you only saw them a couple hours a day compared to maybe all day. But I'm scared the woman taking half right after we marry and she just scams me. But see, I feel like that's an issue with society more than the person. Like, I feel like a lot of people jump into either relationships or jump into marriages without having the expectations of how hard things get. I think divorce has become an easy solution to people's problems because people feel rather than taking responsibility and or working through things that are hard, people would much rather just give up and start something new. Think about that like with the gym. Think about that with the sport. Think about that with a side hustle, a business. How many times do people say they're going to do something, go back on their word, or they think it's too hard and it's not worth the effort and they just give up? Think about 2 completely flawed people as humans trying to work together to make a family and make sure everybody is happy with all the annoying habits that you bring to a relationship and all the annoying habits that someone else brings to a relationship. Then bring in the idea that social media has made it physically impossible for 99% of people in general to have a conversation with each other, because people don't open up anymore. People just look at tweets. People just mindlessly scroll through their phone. You're taking away the ability to literally sit there with your significant other or your family, ask them questions about their day, literally talk about whatever it is rather than sitting there and just scrolling through your phone. But we're addicted to technology. So the time spent really getting to know each other is now going to that. So of course people aren't going to feel closer. Yeah, but if she's going to be married for that amount of time and then get instantly divorced. See, I don't know what contracts people sign. I don't know what the clauses are. I'm not going to act like I know all that stuff. All I do know is divorce is a huge problem in the United States, at least, and probably around the world too. And there's reasons for that. Mumbo, do you know about the custody system in the UK? I do not, no. GC, did I read all your comments, buddy, or did I miss one? Yo, WTF, thank you for subbing, man. Yes, but I feel like if the relationship ain't going well, then you file for divorce with the reason of you think she's trying to take your money, and they will do a lie detector test, and she would... I don't know. All that stuff's just too difficult. You can't ask for a lie detector test. Okay, you use my mom, but isn't going to become the second choice. You can ask to take one, and she doesn't have to. If she refuses, that means she has something to hide. You don't miss her, Kage? Yeah, Kage, but what does that change? Is she already divorcing and getting half the money? Custody system in the UK is outrageous and the biggest fault in the law today. What's outrageous about it, though? Because I'm kind of curious how it differs from the United States one. You read almost all? Okay. Sorry if I missed something. I don't know. I feel like this topic in general gets infinitely harder when children get involved, and that's where it gets really scary. And that's why I very much push for people to not jump into relationships and or jump into marriages. I very much come from the background of you really need to get to know someone. You have to have very sometimes intense conversations. You have to not only challenge each other, but you have to hold each other accountable. I know way too many people who are in long-term relationships where it's like if you ask them anything about politics, they might disagree on every single thing in the book. Every single thing politically. And then when you ask them to raise a family, and you have to make decisions with a kid that might be political in some sense, how are you going to come to a consensus or be on the same team? It's just very hard to. Not saying people with the same worldview don't have struggles themselves, but at least if you're coming from the same worldview, whether that be religion, politics, how you want to raise your children, what you do for a living, any of that stuff, it's going to help you be able to communicate a lot better. Women can get men falsely arrested with no evidence. Kids can be taken in 12 hours. Men kill themselves so often over the CAS system. Women make false claims to steal from abusive financial system. Marriage is a very messy thing, man. What's scary about like suing through marriages is it's one of the areas where you're not suing like either the government or a business, you're suing a significant other. And that's weird to me. That's very scary. What do you guys think is the typical amount of time from when you start dating someone to when you should get married? Ideally. So, what do you think is like the normal amount of time that people actually do get married after starting to date someone? And how long do you think it is? Because I think with COVID, I think a lot of people either got divorced because of COVID because they saw their significant other way too much, or they all just got married and had kids because they had nothing else better to do. Like 5 years, 10 years minimum. Normally 2 to 3. Yeah. I think it's somewhere in the mix. I think essentially there's different levels to everything. You know how everyone says you should marry your best friend? I think that's really good advice from the perspective of like dating your best friend too. Because there has to be a certain level of just enjoying the person's presence rather than just thinking they're attractive. Because if you just dated someone you think is attractive, but you can't hold the conversation or you can't have fun with each other, that's not really going to last long term. But it's like if I can sit there and play FIFA and stream, this is the dream, by the way. Stream FIFA and have my significant other watching and being like a moderator and stream. Just like chilling, hanging out in the chat, asking questions, being involved in the community. She sees Ferris in the chat. She just bans Ferris instantly. Just like the perfect woman, you know? That's goals right there. We'll open every single pack for me in a low-cut t-shirt for clickbait titles. So Castro? Yeah. Not that part, but... But yeah, like take something like Castro, for example. Castro, I think, is a good conversation for this since we're talking about like marriage and divorce and stuff. How long has PETA been a girlfriend to Castro, right? How much work has she done helping Castro with his channel, with his community, helping all these events? And they aren't married. They don't have kids. They live together. But she's a big part of his business. Imagine if they were married all this time and then something happened and they got divorced. Like, is she entitled to half his company? Is she entitled to half his finances? Because, like, his company is different than the amount of money he makes. He has his business that he runs where he pays people. He's able to get tax write-off for FIFA points spent. And then he's able to pay himself X% of the business as his paycheck. What would be a fair amount of for her to have? Since they were 12. Wow. I'm curious on why they aren't married already. I really am. Because if they've been together since they're 12, that seems like something that would have happened way long ago. Like, that seems like the type of couple where it's like the second you turn 18, they're wanting to run out of the house and get married. At least 30%. I would love to be a stay-at-home dad. I feel like that'd be the most fun job in the world. Like, find me a sugar mama who's willing to work a 9 to 5, be that corporate boss, run a huge Fortune 500 company. I'm at home, raising the kids, cooking, cleaning, streaming, playing FIFA. I wrote a long comment like 5 minutes ago. I beg you to read it. The Aaron Lambo one I thought I read about the system and stuff. If you want me to look at it, you got to send me a link on Discord to the video so I can watch it later. Is BPM good at the moment? Yeah, if you sell a majority of the stuff you get, I just store a lot of it and then I sell it later. I view it as like a form of investment for daily SBCs and or Ligue SBCs. So I sometimes just hold and wait for prices to go up. But it depends. I'm more doing it as I read chat right now. Plus, too, if we get like a repeatable SBC that allows you to put bronzes in and a limited amount of golds, I just want to have some resources in the club. I'll say after that, after the stream. Sounds good, man. My opinion, I think one of the main reasons why marriages are falling is because people, and especially women, emphasize on the wedding day, wearing a dress, having a ring, etc., and not the process itself, not fully understanding the hardships that come. I feel like I would agree to a certain extent, but I would word it differently. I think people have become too focused on materialistic things rather than the real meaning of stuff. For example, you take the idea of marriage, right? If you think of wedding or marriage, what's the first thing that pops into your mind? For me, it's a wedding dress. It's the thousands upon thousands of dollars people spend on the day to get married in front of all their friends and family. Ridiculous amount of gifts they get. All this stuff. But I never hear people talk about like the love that these people share or the future of a family. The only time you really hear that is in their vows right before they say I do. Then the rest of it is literally just like a party. And it's a bunch of materialistic things. I feel like as societies across the world, marriage has become a thing that people look at as, it's my dream to get married, to have this dress, to have this venue, to have this, more than it is the person. Because if your dream it is to get all that stuff, you're more likely to settle for someone to achieve that rather than actually find the right person. And that, if we're being honest right now, that's probably one of the main reasons why I don't date, is I am very picky when it comes to relationships. So there's a lot of people that I'll either talk to or have a really good time with. And I don't know if you guys have a different thing you call it for in the UK, but essentially I get called out all the time for doing this. It's called ghosting a chick, where it's like you talk to her and then it seems like you just stop talking to her out of nowhere. I'm very much like that because I'm the type of person who, if I don't see a future with someone or I don't see like a potential down the line of wanting to date them, I'm just not going to pursue it further. So it's like, I might flirt off the start. I might like take you out on a date. But like if I don't feel something, I'll try to be as honest as I can, but then typically walk away. And like for me, I have so many things of importance in my life right now that's outside of a relationship. And if it's going to be a relationship that I want, if any relationship is going to be worth it, the person kind of has to fit in, if that makes sense. Like, I don't feel like putting myself in a position to go out and just look for one for the sake of being in a relationship. I'd much rather be doing things in my life that I enjoy and I think are meaningful, and then meet someone along the way of doing those things. Just say you're not interested. No, I do. I didn't mean it like as like, I'm just going to cut off the conversation halfway through talking about them and like unadd them on social media and stuff. I meant along the lines of, it seems sudden that I say things, but I'm a very like honest person in that sense. So it's like, if I take you on a date, it seems like we had a really good time on a date, I might ghost you in the sense, maybe I'm using it wrong. Maybe it won't be ghosting then, technically. It would be like, hey, I had a good time, but honestly, I'm either not looking for something right now or I just feel like we'd be better friends. That sort of thing. Yeah, no. My bad. I phrased that wrong. I meant in terms of leading people on. I don't want to lead people on. I probably said that way wrong. My apologies. It's not ghosting? Okay. All my friends call it ghosting, but maybe they're using like the wrong definition. My current girlfriend has an agreement that if we propose, we both do it on separate days as a surprise, so the pressure is not all on me. I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to proposing, do you guys want it to be something that's a surprise? Or do you think it has to be something where at least in advance you've talked about it? Because like, I feel like if I'm going to get down on one knee and propose to someone, I have already behind the scenes like asked them like if they would want to get married and if they're just waiting on me to kind of say yes. Because I see so many people who are like not on the same page and they propose in some over the top way or like at a ball game and it just goes wrong, or the person feels like they have to say yes in the moment and then turns them down later, or they just walk away and everyone's embarrassed. Ghosting's just like an abandoning a conversation. Okay, then maybe that's not the right term. Yeah. But I get it's technically abandoning the conversation, but it's abandoning it after explaining myself, if that makes sense. So if like I'm talking to someone, I'm just not feeling it, I'll be like, hey, not feeling it, just so you know. They're like, okay, that's fine. And then if there's nothing else there, there's nothing else there to talk about. Yeah, I'd still want, like, for me, I'd want it to be a surprise too, but I would definitely want to make sure if I'm going to propose that I know they're going to say yes, sort of thing. Marriage shouldn't be a must, in my opinion, if you want to live in the same house and have a family without spending thousands. Marriage should be a must, in my opinion, if you just live in the same house and have a family without spending thousands. It should be the same, right? I guess my question to you is, what is it about marriage, or what is it, the fear about marriage, that would stop you from marrying someone if you're going to live with them and have a family with them? Because what does that say? You trust the person enough to have kids with them, but you don't trust them enough to propose? Or what? And I'm not saying that to, like, you specifically, but I think that's an issue with how people have treated marriage in the past, that we're even having these conversations. Say, Mumbo, imagine how awkward it would be if you had to say no. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I almost feel sorry for the people who say no more than I do for the people who propose in those cases. Because it's like, you obviously aren't good at communicating if that's the case. And I think that's, again, another big problem of our societies nowadays is the lack of communication. So many people do not want to talk. Part of that is I feel like a lot of men are conditioned to not share their emotions. So women are left guessing. And a lot of women, if you leave them to guess, they're going to think worst case scenarios. So if you put those together into a marriage, that typically doesn't go well. You really should know if she's going to say yes or no. Yep. And if you know she's going to say no, you got to understand if it's a she's not ready because there's certain things that she has to do first sort of thing, or if it's a she will say no because she knows you're not the person sort of thing. And a lot of people, honestly, this is my honest opinion on a lot of relationships. A lot of people will honestly say the reason why they propose without asking, or they feel like that's an awkward conversation, is because they aren't advanced enough in their relationship emotionally to have those conversations. Like, I don't understand what's so hard. And maybe when I'm in a relationship, it'll be different. But, like, my view on relationships is more along the lines of, like, if you're not every single week, like, ideally, I'm not saying this has to be like an every single week thing, but you should try with your significant other to, let's say you both work all day and then you see each other in the evening. Instead of, like, messaging each other all day at work, like, what are you doing right now? I'm working. What about you? Yeah, same. I'm kind of bored. I'm kind of bored too. Maybe not message them all day. And if something cool happened during your day, wait till the evening when you're eating dinner together and share it then. Have, like, a no phone rule where you're not on your phones and you're actually talking about your day to each other, listening to your day. Maybe have, like, a specific day during the weekend, like maybe a Sunday, where you guys have a time where you talk. Be like, hey, I just wanted to ask, like, is everything going well? Is there anything I've been doing this week that's been pissing you off? In all honesty, is there anything I need to work on? Is there anything you need to work on? Boom, sweet. You work on it, make the other person happy. Mumbo, didn't you say BPM was dead? Yes and no. BPM's dead in the sense of it's not the most efficient way to make coins. I'm doing it more for fodder for if we have a, like, 81 to 87 or 82 to 88 where you can use bronzes. And I'm just kind of doing something while I open packs. I'll never date again until I'm ready to marry. That's my thing. I will not date someone unless I can see them being my marriage partner. So, like, for me, it takes a lot longer to start a relationship, but I know the relationships I'm in, they're long term. It's kind of the same thing with friends. Like, all my best friends are best friends for life. If anyone's a best friend, it takes you a while to get there, but once you're there, I know you're going to be my bro for life. Because I have a lot of friends who I just consider friends. They're not really close, and I can't rely on them if things went to crap, you know? This kind of convo is an introvert's nightmare. I'm both an introvert and extrovert, so I can see the advantages and disadvantages of each. But if you're someone who's very introverted, all I will say is it never hurts to be on the same page. I think the reason why people don't want to have these conversations is, one, we very much baby a lot of society to the point where we're always told, you know what? It's not your fault. You're perfect the way that you are. You have nothing to work on. It must be the other person, rather than actual taking responsibility for your own actions, bettering your life, relying on the government to provide certain things or for other people to provide certain things. If you can shift your perspective to, hey, you know what? I'm a flawed individual. The person I'm with is a flawed individual. We both have things to work on. We both have things that annoy each other. If we can have an honest discussion about them, where if I'm doing something that's pissing you off and you're not telling me and you know it's actively making you not like me, let's see if we can work it out. Let's see if it's something I can change, or if it's something that's part of who I am and it's something I'm not willing to give up. That's a big thing. Like for me, that's my faith. Like I know for some of you, I know we got a couple Muslims in chat. I'm a very strong Christian, and that's one thing I don't want to give up. Like I want someone who's also a very strong Christian, because I want someone to push me to continue to further my faith, and I want someone who has the same kind of worldview as me. Not because I disrespect people who don't have a similar worldview, but because that's what I'm looking for in terms of relationship, a family down the line, and it might make that infinitely harder to get one, but it's worth the wait for me. It's worth the sacrifice. Don't get me started on religion. Okay. There's a difference between a religion and faith, though. I hope you know that. Are we on the Okay, we just don't have the chem for it. There we go. I was like, how do we not have the chem for a bronze pack? I need 2 wins in 8 games. Oh, Beak, bro. Don't say it should be easy. You're about to have the worst connection in your life. You're about to go to PK shootouts. You're about to play full icon teams. Want to get a Naruto game? Is it on Steam? I said that because I know some people in chat practice Islam. It's on Steam and PS. How much is it? Oh, I just finished season 3 and I'm a couple of episodes into season 4. RIP to the great Hokage. Wait, how much is this? $50 for a Naruto game? What do you do? Naruto. You play Storm 4. What do you do in the game? Is it like a combat thing? I don't know, man. I might have more fun. I'm very lucky when it comes to video games. I typically, for most games, have more fun watching someone play it than I do playing it myself. So this would be one of those scenarios where I'd have to like watch a YouTuber play it. Or, Kage, if you wanted to start becoming a streamer, I'd watch you play it. Man, I already went to PKs once and I lost. The ref said 1 minute extra time. It ended up being like 3 minutes and you scored. Yeah, I hate that. Prep price better be able to mine Bitcoin. It's the whole anime series, but you fight as the hero and then you can play against each other using the characters in game. I would love a Mortal Kombat anime version. You know? So you know how Mortal Kombat has all their characters and you can have them fight, and you know how there is what's Nintendo's version? Smash. How Smash Bros has like a bunch of Nintendo characters that they can fight against each other. I would love for games to have like anime universes come together. I feel like that'd be fun. My opinion, the marriages last longer are the ones where both people have been at the bottom and endured hardship together to get to know where they are. No? Yeah, I agree. I think it says a lot about people's character, and it says a lot about relationships if you can go through hard times and come out together on the same side. Let's not ruin Mortal Kombat. I didn't say add it to Mortal Kombat. I said have it be its own thing. That's Jump Force? Oh, is there actually a game like that already? I don't know how rights works for a lot of these animes. It'd probably be very hard to get the rights to have these all in a game unless it's like not exactly the same. So like instead of a Naruto, you have a Maruto or something. It's like he has like blue hair but looks exactly the same. Isn't Jump Force a mobile game too? I feel like I've seen it on the App Store if it is. There's a game I play on the App Store called Idol Heroes, and one of the characters I have, she's a female ninja, and she has a ability called ninjutsu. I'm like, huh. Wonder where they got that from. That's like saying consider Cobra Kai and Karate Kid different franchises. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to stop talking about this because obviously Cameron will never let me just say what I want to say on this topic. I just thought it would be fun to have some of my favorite anime characters be able to fight each other. If that's an already existing game or that's something that can't happen, I understand. It was just an idea. It isn't mobile? Maybe I saw it on Steam then. I don't know. The PS version of Naruto must have a discount. How much is it on PS4? Oh, you know what? I need to check what the free games of the month are. Or even see like what the store has. I never check these things. £8 UK. A Virtua Fighter. Why does this Loki look? Oh. It's like a Mortal Kombat. Dude, do you hear my PlayStation the second I go to the store? How loud it gets? Oh, it's 85% off. When are you getting a PS5? I had one in my cart like a month ago, and I was going to buy it, but I ended up not pulling the trigger, even though I could have literally sold it and doubled my money. I was an idiot. But I saw a thing where people who play on PS5 won't be able to access the web app for the early release of the game. So even if that's not true, I don't want to risk not being able to play on the web app before the actual game comes out. So it will most likely be sometime in FIFA 22 I'll get a PS5. I'm not in a rush. Alright, I'm buying it. We're putting out my PayPal because I think I have some money left over on there. Start the download. I don't even know if I have space for it, to be honest. You haven't even seen the gameplay? Okay, hear me out. I play this. This is how my mind thinks. You guys in stream, someone donated me $10 the other day. Alright? His donation paid for it. So if it's a bust, it's a bust. But it looked like something I would enjoy. So. He's rich. He made so much off of Doge. No, that's not it. I will play it enough to get $9 out of the use. Alright. Ends up being the worst game ever. It's like I ordered a drink at the bar. Well, if you play the game, you're going to ruin character development later on in the anime if you don't care. Wait, so I need to keep grinding my Naruto before I play the game now? Wait. I'm at the start of season 4. How far into the game can I get before I should stop? Or do I need to watch the whole thing before I play? Maybe that's my motivator to keep me watching. How much do you like anime? I just started getting into it because Kage and some of my friends pushed me to start watching, so I'm enjoying it. I'm a very slow watcher, though. Like, everyone who tells me to watch it literally finishes a season, like, in a day. And then they have, like, a whole show done within, like, a week. I don't watch like that. I watch, like, a couple episodes a week. I, like, watch it over time, so I enjoy it. It's not like I enjoy it less than other people, but I just kind of have to be in the mood for it. It's not very often I'm in an anime watching mood. I'm one of those guys who it's like I'm constantly on my phone trading or doing stuff when I'm watching Netflix. And for anime, I don't like to be doing anything. So I have to be in a mind space where it's like, hey, I don't want to grind it all on FIFA. It's got all the characters and their forms till the end of the series. Like when you see the fight between Hirozen and Orochimaru, Snake Eye, you stop. Okay. Okay. I don't know, it's just odd for me. I would like to get it, but I don't know at all. Okay, I'll say what got me into it. So essentially, I thought growing up anime was stupid. I watched Pokemon as a kid, but that was the extent of my anime, and some people don't even consider Pokemon anime. Not trying to get political with anime, just saying my experience. What got me to watch it, or actually try to get into it, was friends pushed me, but I told them I wanted to watch very specific ones. So, if you like fighting, there are certain animes where certain fighting can be really good. If you like animation, animation can be certain animes you want to watch. If you like storyline or character development, or you feel like you'd be able to relate with some characters, there's certain animes where you might want to watch rather than others. And watching the wrong animes or not liking one and still watching it can be a very easy way to kill your ability to like it. So, for example, I watched Death Note as my first anime. Almost made me not want to watch anime anymore because I liked the first couple episodes of it. Then it just became really boring and repetitive to me. However, like watching Naruto, being able to see like the characters grow up and develop and having like the real life moral dilemmas they go through and them struggling and wanting to become better people and better ninjas, I really think that hits home with me. And I think Kage said it best. He's like, Naruto is going to be something that I show my kids as a moral compass and as a guide them through life as a child. And that's something I could see as like a very true thing to do. Do they have any soccer/football animes? Or any good ones? I look, you would kind of want to watch that. Dang it. I'm making stupid ass passes. Dude, why is the game forcing me to make passes into people I don't want to play to? I literally didn't want to play there, but okay. Oh, he's on everything. There we go. The thing about anime is there's something for everyone. Everything in everyone. Yeah. There's even an anime about the process of making anime. That's cool. Like, I would almost look at anime as, people think of anime as its own category. I would look at anime as what it is, animation. And you find a category off of that anime. Whether it's considered a subcategory or not. Like, for me, I'm really big in, like, the detective shows and, like, true crime. So there's a new, I don't know if it's new or not, but there's a, like, a murder mystery anime on Netflix. I forget what it's called. And they're, like, trying to find a serial killer. So I'm really going to want to watch that one. Watch what you sent me in Discord? Alright. There's a football anime called Captain Tsubasa, if you're really interested. It's so over the top. Yay. Like some bicycle kicks. Some just insane saves. I'm ready for it. I want to do it on my phone for TikTok. Kage, if you're going to send me TikToks, bro, you should just follow me on TikTok. It's MumboElite. And then you can send me DMs of, like, anime TikToks and stuff. I mean, any of you can follow me on TikTok if you want. It's just, it should be at MumboElite. I don't think it's any different. I check TikTok a couple times a week, but when I do check, I'm on it for like an hour and a half. I'm excited to try Tall on 10 Chem as well. He plays well in 6. Oh, is he on sides? GG. I have not watched In-Betweeners now. Do you think Rare Carrera is a good investment? 81 rated CF Argentina, main league 800 coins. I would say any gold, if you can get as close to discard as possible, that's good. Because if golds rise, it will rise. What'd you say your TikTok was, MumboElite? You look different in your tiptoes? In your TikToks? Wait, how do I look different in my TikToks? Because you see actual me and not just my face? Alright, Kevin. The anime, there was literally a guy who shot a ball right through a massive wave in training. That's kind of cool. Bro, Holland's card is so weird looking. That was a dumb pass I made. I literally was in on goal if I played the pass quickly. Oh, come on! Sir! We need some goal line tech. I'm just going to say that was in. No! He's going to get a breakaway. Oh, come on. Sir! Red card! Red card! Woo! Oh! If you're going to stop the play there, give him a red card. Come on. Come on. Everyone up. Everyone up. I never really move my keeper. Do I know who Shizu is? What's that in? What anime? Play Storm as Weekend game on Twitch. What is that? Alright, I gotta check what my buddies are doing. not sure when I'm supposed to go to the grad party. Here, one second. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, wait, is the party tomorrow? Why did I think it was today? Wait, hold on. I am. So you. Wow. Okay, I'm an idiot. Hold on. Let me check Facebook. Wow. I don't know why I thought it was today.
Yeah, no, it's tomorrow from 1 to 6. Well,
got it.
Starting at 1, I'm anticipating staying there until it gets dark, and even when it's dark. So.
Okay. So for today, or you want to hang out tonight, is other people coming or?
Kev is out of town with Olivia. Dina got her wisdom teeth pulled. Abby had other plans. Elsie doesn't have a car to get up here. So everything's kind of just fallen through so far. So right now, I mean, like, it would just be me and you. I mean, like, if you want to grab dinner tonight, I'm cool with that because I need to get out of the house.
Yeah, I'm down to do that, bro. I was just double checking because I didn't know what time you were wanting to do that, or because I thought the party was today. I was thinking like if people were meeting up and then we were hanging out after, or what the deal was. But that makes sense now. I'm an idiot for not seeing it. Literally says Sunday.
But we'll probably do something. I mean, like after the party, whether that be like actually going somewhere or just chilling at my house afterwards.
Okay.
But I would anticipate that almost most IV people are probably gonna be about an hour and a half after. So anywhere between 2 and 3 o'clock, I would say people are gonna start showing up.
Okay. I was planning on doing that anyways. I was thinking of coming for like the last half of the hours just because I'd probably stay like the rest of the time, and if I came too early, I feel like I would want to leave at some point and then come back. So I'll probably do that.
Okay.
Sounds good, man. Do you have an idea of what time tonight you want to go out?
No clue. Mom is kind of gone full momzilla at the moment.
Yeah, I feel it.
I don't know what she wants done today and what she's expecting, so I'm probably gonna have to like call you back whenever.
Yeah.
Done.
Sounds good. I was just gonna say I'm chilling. If you wanted to get something like in the, I don't know if you want to go to Madison or if you wanted to just chill in this area, I'm down for anything. Just kind of send me a message in advance and kind of let me know what time you're thinking. But I'm just kind of chilling in the meantime, so no rush.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, sounds good, bud. Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot, bro. I literally thought the grad party was today. Imagine, bro. Imagine if I showed up today thinking the party was today. I show up to the house with food. I show up with a gift. I show up with a card with money in it. And they just look at me like, what are you doing? I'm an idiot, bro. I'm a fucking idiot. Cameron, I love you too, but anyways, it's like we can play a couple more FIFA games. Did I do the Desai SBC? I did not. I don't plan on doing it either. I got the best center back pairing in the world. Yeah, I'm gonna stream for a little bit more. I do want to kind of chill for a little bit and keep watching Naruto. So let's play 2 more games of FIFA. I'm gonna go grab a coffee real quick. But I'm just gonna have it black this time, so it's not gonna take 10 years to get the freaking foam out of the protein shake. So let me go take a piss. If you guys need to go get something to eat quick, I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I'm gonna play like 2 more games of FIFA, chill and talk to you guys for a little bit. Then I'm gonna just go watch like half of the next season Naruto before we hang out. All right, be right back. Do all the loans. If you don't, no, I don't really care enough to have the loans. I changed my mind. I don't need coffee. There we go. Some for us from Shippuden from the beginning. Oh yeah. You're so chill. You kept your mic on during the call. I didn't even realize I did that, or I forgot I didn't mute it. And I knew he wasn't going to say anything incriminating, so I was good. If he would have started going like, "Hey, Reed, where are we going to put the body?" I would have been like, "Oh, we got to go." Hi everyone, do you want to help each other grow by subbing each other? FIFA Rocket League. I'm going to send you to the gulag, bro. What body? Exactly. Exactly. Stormforce from the War Arc of Naruto Shippuden. When you say those words, it's like you're speaking a different language. Like, I feel like I know what Shippuden is, but at the same time, I'm confused. And when you talk about arcs, I know there are like different times and different seasons and all that stuff, but I'm not familiar with all the logo. The lingo. I'm back. Welcome back, Streamy. Glad to have you here, man. I'm going to put a little bit of a protein bar into this yogurt. Today's a recovery day, boys. Tomorrow we're back on the grind. 4-mile run. For body workout. 1 week till the beach, so I gotta be in tip-top shape for the ladies. You know how it is. Gotta have them abs popping out. Biceps peeking. Cool shades. Some sort of tan line. Just to curve them. It's hot boy summer, baby. You're watching Big Time Rush? You feel 10 again? Bro. iCarly was lit back in the day. iCarly. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Drake and Josh. Victorious. Zoe 101. Sweet Life on Deck. All the Disney Channel movies. Like, Disney Plus is going to be so clutch this winter. Like, watching all the Halloween ones. Halloween Towns. Woo! I'm excited. Oh, he flopped. You see him? Shippuden is when he comes back from training with Jiraiya and towards the mid to end of the show as a whole. So, right now, I'm technically not in Shippuden because he just left for training with Jiraiya. He's like, come with me, kid, on this mission. I will show you Jitsu that even Itachi can't show you. Sweet Life on Deck. I just wanted to say it, damn. Kage, I probably know about it. But I'm also an idiot too. So, probably don't know about it either. My goal is I'm gonna try to finish season 4 within like the next week. And just keep going. Oh. That makes sense. What do you mean by the title? I thought we were getting Icon SBC'S today, but supposedly they're coming tomorrow. Oh, come on. Salmon cat. Victorious, baby. Victorious was good. Drake and Josh was probably up there for me as one of the best. Or OG Sweet Life and Zach and Cody. Sweet Life with Zach and Cody is better than Sweet Life on Deck. Too bad Sam was a bitch. Oh, that would have been the greatest assist ever if that would have got to him off that. Oh, no, I thought I had it. How many of you guys have Disney Plus? I know Streamy said he has it. Bro, I hate this game. Bro, what? Oh my goodness. It's like this game wants me to fail. I saw a thing that was like that Phineas and Ferb. The true meaning of Phineas and Ferb is that Phineas and Ferb died and that Candace hasn't gotten over it. So in her head, she creates all these memories that Phineas and Ferb would have had if they were still alive. And that her mom thinks she's crazy because they're not there. And that Dr. Doofenshmirtz, instead of being like this evil person, is actually her doctor trying to help her out of this disillusion. Good Luck Charlie. I was never really a fan of Good Luck Charlie. the mom is almost like a troll on Twitter though, because she's more conservative, and she always like tweets conservative things, and then everyone who replies to her just hates her and is like, "You ruined Good Luck Charlie for me." That's funny. Bro, this game is just so random. Oh, sir. There we go. I was just too old for Good Luck Charlie. Like, if I was younger when it came out, I maybe would have liked it, but at that point I was just like, I think borderline middle school. Oh! Jurgen, what's up, buddy? How to get fast packs? If you put !! traded in chat, you'll see my trading playlist. If you look at the Sudamericana video on there, I show you tips on how you can grind the Sudamericana really fast and for profit to make a whole bunch of packs. No problem, bud. You know what'd be a fun game mode? PK Shootout. Literally just make an Ultimate Team game mode where you get to practice PK shootouts against another person. Winner gets like 50 coins or something. The only time I ever do PK shootouts is in champs when the pressure's already just through the roof. Alright, guys. I think I'm going to end it there. I'm going to go chill, watch some Naruto. You guys have a good rest of your day, good rest of your night, whatever time it is there. I will be back tomorrow. Probably a little before new content, we'll see. The idea of online career mode turns you on. I feel like I could do something like that with the Ultimate Team. Like progression cards. I feel like that'd be cool. Alright, see you guys. Have a good evening. Adios.